What's up, guys? It's Ben Wiegman. If you're new to the channel, I'm an entrepreneur, run a digital marketing agency called Wigs Marketing Solutions, and I also do real estate. Today, I'm just gonna be going through some of the questions I've received over the past couple of weeks that I thought more people would benefit from, so I thought I'd just make a video. Question one, what inspired you to start your own business? I'd say I'd always had a sense of entrepreneurship in my blood. As a kid, I was the one trying to shovel driveways and mow the lawn. I was actually horrible at mowing the lawn, so I was the weed whacker, but my brother he'd mow the lawn, and we'd go door to door with the flyers, and so that was always fun for me. The other thing is, I realized at a young age that everyone was working, everyone seemed to have jobs, and I learned that if you just develop some high income skills, you could do the same amount of hours of work and make way more money. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced in the early stages of your business? Patience. I would say we live in a generation now where scroll through your Instagram and everything is get rich quick. Instant results, six-pack in 2 weeks. And that's just because that stuff sells, right? And selling, you're taught to sell the end results, not sell the process. So if someone's gonna try to get you on a weight loss program, they're not gonna say like, listen, it's gonna be so much fun doing this diet every day of your life, making sacrifices, going to the gym. They're gonna show you the results of here's what you can get if you just do this, this, and this. And so oftentimes people will click the link, they'll sign up for a course, they'll do whatever, or they'll get into a business model and they'll just think that, they're gonna breeze right through and they're gonna get to that end result. And that's just not how it is. So I'd say patience for me was the biggest takeaway. You try a business out and it doesn't work for an extended period of time, and you think to yourself, is this normal? And the answer is yes, there's no shortcuts. What strategies did you use to grow your business? What strategies did I use? All of them. Different strategies work for different markets. So if you're selling a t-shirt, for example, no one cares about your t-shirt. Let's say it's a blank white t-shirt, like a Lululemon t-shirt, right? Their branding is essential. They have to get influencers, they have to get buzz everywhere on social media in order for people to care about Lululemon, for you to spend $100 whatever t-shirt that might cost them 15 bucks to make maybe. And so that's all branding. Now, if you're in a service-based business, what matters most is your service. So if you just deliver a phenomenal service, you could go pretty far. Now, there's a peak, right? If you don't do marketing, there's only so much word of mouth that can go on. So if you're trying to scale your business, then you need the marketing with the good service, and then you can, slowly work that way. How do you balance the demands of entrepreneurship with personal life? This is a phenomenal question, and my answer is simple. Google Calendar, or whatever calendar you want to use. I use Google Calendar. It's easy to use. I can use it on my phone, my computer. I even have ChatGPT tethered to it, so I can text ChatGPT to put a meeting, time block it right in my calendar if something pops up throughout the day. This is what allows you to make sure you're getting the work done, and it allows you to have a life outside of your business. So I would say the best thing to do, and this is what I do, each night I take the list of everything I have to do for the next day or the next 2 or 3, and I write everything down on a to-do list. Then I prioritize that. The stuff that needs to get done, I make sure that gets on there first. So you wanna organize your calendar. If you're an entrepreneur and if you don't have another schedule, this matters immensely. There's no reason to slack if your only job is your business. You take the high income stuff first. So the stuff that has to get done to keep your business going, you do that first. You do it in the morning. After that, you can mix in the stuff that's neutral. Maybe it's like some things you're testing. But then the key is, once you get something done, delete it from the calendar that day. So today's to-do list, once I do something, I delete it. It's like a rewarding feeling like, okay, I'm getting stuff done, I'm moving in the right direction. Because guess what? Once your calendar is done, then you have all the time in the world to spend time with your family. Maybe you can go out for dinner. And when you go out for dinner, because you did the things that you need to do to be successful, you can turn your phone off and you can put it to the side and you can actually be in the moment. You have to be very diligent and you have to say no to things, but you are allowed to have a life in entrepreneurship. And the way you can have a life and not be a slave to yourself with your own schedule is by time blocking, because you're making sure you're getting stuff done. And you have the confidence knowing that when you're at dinner for 2 hours or you're going golfing, a call comes in, that's okay, the call can wait. Nothing's gonna happen like this. Nothing's gonna blow up over 2 hours, over an hour and a half. And sometimes when you're not doing the work that you need to be doing, you'll feel pressure to take a call when you shouldn't because your business isn't doing good. What is the best piece of advice you have received as an entrepreneur? The key is to embrace failure. You have to embrace failure. So whether it's going door knocking or it's sales calls, you have to get a lot of bad ones out of the way. It's the only true way. You can sign up for any course, you can learn any sales script in the world, but until you actually get out there and do it, don't take my word for it, ask any successful person, they'll tell you the actual experience is where you learn. And so embrace failure. What advice would you give to someone just starting their entrepreneurial journey? Is to learn from other people's mistakes. 15, 20, 30 years ago, we didn't have the technology to where you can watch a video of a business owner making millions of dollars telling you exactly what they're doing, giving you the formula. And they'll give you the formula because they know most people can't do the formula because it's difficult, it's not easy. But what they'll give you in this information is things that they did that worked and things that they did and it didn't work and it cost them millions of dollars. I'd say entrepreneurs out there, don't try to reinvent the wheel, right? I think Alex Ramosi was the one who said this. He talked about like the light bulb. When Thomas Edison made the light bulb, what happened after that? It took how many years to make the light bulb? And then after the light bulb was made, people paid for that experience. They paid for all those years of studying to make this light bulb. They paid to learn that so that they didn't have to do what he did. They just bought it, right? They bought the knowledge so that then they can just make light bulbs right away and try to fine tune it and make their own variations of it, like with LEDs and how that is. And so in business, if you're pick an industry, any industry, right? Home inspectors, if you are solar company, if you're a one-on-one coaching, in each industry, there's people making millions of dollars. And there's a good chance if you look up resources online, there's probably one of the top ones in that industry that will give off some free information. Maybe it's a course, and there's lots of good ones and there's lots of bad ones and there's lots of scams. But however it is, whether it's a course, online free information, or you're reaching out to someone you know, this is the second part. If you reach out to someone maybe in your sphere that's, he is where I want to be, right? How do you approach that? You can't go there and start asking a million questions. They get that all the time, right? The way to approach someone who is where you want to be and actually get knowledge from them is by providing value. It could be as simple as, hey, can I take you out to dinner and maybe you want to meet at a coffee shop, my treat. I'll pay for dinner if I could run a few questions by you. It could be as simple as that. Or it could be, hey, I'll come work for you for free. I just need a mentor and I just want to learn from you. Those are real life examples of how people can get so much information. And what that does, and you'll see in sales training, is you're gonna figure this out. Unless you quit, you're gonna figure this out regardless. You're either gonna be paying it in time or money. So whether it takes you 10 years, or let's say you just go work for free, that's how you're gonna learn. That could expedite the process. But if you sit there and you try to figure it out yourself when there's already information out there, you don't have that many years to live, right? Maybe 85, 90, you know, depending on your health, you know, there's only so many years. And so if you're trying to be retired at age 40, right, you can't just do everything yourself. You have to leverage the fact that there's other people out there already doing what you want to do in life and take that and run with it. But there are no shortcuts. And so, yeah, so that's the list of questions I have for today. As always, you know, like and subscribe, it really helps. But also, if you guys have questions, I'm doing this for myself, but I'm doing this more so to help other people try to learn from some of my mistakes. So most of these videos will probably just be responding to questions that I get, because the chances are if I have people in my inbox on, you know, on Instagram or Twitter or whatever asking me a question, there's a good chance someone else out there might be curious about the same thing. So as always, you can send me a message or comment down below questions and I'll use them for the next video. So that about wraps it up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.